Hello my friends, how is everybody today? Good to see you, it truly is. Hope you're doing great today. I have to build some shelves for up on my mezzanine storage area that I need, and I thought I'd show you all a little style that I use for building shelves, and you can do drawer inserts with it also. I'll do out a little quick video on that while I'm at it too, because I find it very helpful. With this little block right here, I call it the Doug block because I'm a blockhead, as you probably well know by now. Let me get that in y'all. Hey, y'all can see that. That's basically just yellow pine 2x4s, 1.5 by 1.5. I'm using 3/4 inch shelving, so I cut a 3/4 inch dado into it on all four sides. And you use it for putting the shelving together, any configuration, any size, anything you want. So real simple process with this Doug's blockhead block here, and I'll show you how I do it, and maybe you can use it on something. Let's give it a try, huh? Good to see you. Alrighty, my friends, I've got a bunch of 1.5 by 1.5 strips cut up here that I cut up and ran through the planer. Got them all set up and ready to go, and they are exactly 1.5 by 1.5. That is not that critical by any means. They could be 1 17 by 17, 1 inch by 1 inch. The only thing that's really critical is they're the same, square. 1 inch on one side, 1 inch on the other side, 1 inch. You know what I mean. As long as they're uniform, you're good to go. Alright guys, I've put the 3/4 inch stack dado in the saw, and I've spent the last few minutes squaring it up and measuring it up. There we go. 3/4 inch on center with 3/8 of an inch left on each side. Here you go guys, here's what I'll be cutting. Call it the Doug block, because I'm a blockhead. Alright my friend, I've cut all my pieces into the depth of my shelves, and these shelves are going to be 9 inches deep that I'm building today. You can build this ship you can build this ship out of rock and roll. No, I'm kidding. You can build the shelf any depth. 1 inch, 48 inches. It doesn't matter. It'll work for any depth shelf. Alright my friends, I sanded all my little Doug blocks up here nice and smooth, and the way this basically goes together, it's about as simple and self-explanatory as can be. Board sits in each one like so. And that's all there is to it. For attaching them, get this where y'all can see it. Now you can do it better this way. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Alright. One certain place if you want to attach them. Excuse me. Trying to balance all this here. There we go. Glue them, of course, if you want to. Once you've got your layout done, you can simply go right through this corner with a pin 23 gauge pin nail, like a 3/4 or a 1/2 inch pin nail, and that with the glue will hold them just perfectly and be completely out of sight. Or just glue them and clamp them up tight. That's about all there is to it. If you absolutely want to, you can go from the back and screw if it's the end of the run. But let's put a few together. Here we go guys, and like I say, I've got this little simple setup there. I'm going to show you a few more. But 12 by 12, 2 inch by 12 inch, whatever size you need, 2 inches apart, 10 inches apart, 2 feet apart, 4 feet deep, 2 inches deep. It doesn't matter. That little block can work great for you. You can also trim it out, guys, just by cutting your fascia strip the same 1.5 inches as your blocks, so you don't see the blocks when it's all assembled if you chose to. You could also just make a simple center block where it just covered the actual mounting block of the dug block here itself. Alright, my friends, the reason I made that last cut you saw on the bandsaw, I made it on the bandsaw instead of the table saw. If I were to make the same cut right here to get this piece off of the table saw, as my block was going through, as soon as I got right there, there'd be no surface. My block would want to tilt into the blade, and I'd have no real safe way of keeping that from doing that, shy of putting a filler block under here to ride it through the table saw, which is a good bit of setup, and I'd have to glue it in or tape it in or tack it in and then take it out. And doing it on the bandsaw that way for that is a lot safer, because once this is cut off, this block would tilt into the blade, therefore throwing it back in my face. That's why I made that on the bandsaw. You always want to do something the safest way possible. It'll require a little more sanding, but that's nothing. Alright, my friends, from two directions, I glue my blocks and I can screw them. I can screw them that direction. I can screw it this direction for the sideways block. Okay, here you can see what I can do with the cutoff block. If I don't want my little excesses hanging out of the way on a flat surface, I cut a piece like you just saw me do. Hey guys, wanted to let y'all know you can also put them together with pocket hole screws if you do. If you do, put your pocket hole screws on the bottom of the shelf. Okay. Here you go, guys. Mine is coming along. I needed a couple of flat sections up top there and one tall wide opening. So that's where I'm at with it so far. And like I say, you can screw the blocks sideways. You can screw the blocks with pocket screw joint. You can glue it. You can tack it. You can simply make it a snug fit between walls and put no fasteners at all, where you could take it apart or reconfigure it and so on. So let me get at it. I got a little more that I need to put on this one, and I'll be back, I promise. Here you go, my friends. Here's my configuration that I need for this little shelf. Simple little quick way to build shelves, be able to add on to them, space them any distance, any height, one size, another size, doesn't matter. Give you a quick close-up look here. By using that one little block and then cutting it to be a side attachment if you don't want your other end hanging out, or if you do want to leave your other end hanging out for future or maybes, you can put it like that. Any shape, any configuration you like. I've been doing a little resin work here in the shop, guys. My daughter wanted to learn pouring some resin, so we're making a few little things. A little plate holder here with a mold that I got off of Amazon. And this is one of those 3-stack trays, you know, large, medium, small on top. And she wanted to do a pink and blue one also. So these are sitting here. They're very thin actually. They're only like a 1/4 inch thick. So I'm letting them get real hard before we screw them together. We've also made a tic-tac-toe board using a little resin pour tic-tac mold, again available on Amazon. Nice and easy, real fun little project. I'm going to take and trim this out with some wood molding. I'm going to use some, what is it that I got left over? Some pink flame, and make a wood frame for it, and I'll show it to y'all when I get it done. And I'm going to make a little light out of these. She swirled them and came up with some cool little colors. So I'm going to build a light out of it, and I'll show you guys that too. And I have a friend that has a metal shop that turns brass fittings and things like this. So I'm encasing a couple of them in some resin for him that he asked for. See if I can get y'all to look at that. It's a, what do you call these things? A nipple. It's a brass nipple. For some reason it's closed on one end and open on the other. Go figure. Maybe it's a reject. Hey my friends, just for y'all. Y'all are so valuable and appreciated. You truly are. Thank you for the subscriptions and the likes. I got on my computer and did a high-tech detailed scale drawing. I couldn't do that to save my life. I made you a drawing of how you might build a layout of shop wall and what I meant by any configuration, any height, and so on. Just a little laugh. Thank you, my friends. Take 27. Really, guys, I'm having trouble talking. Of course, I think I normally have trouble talking now that I think about it. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me control myself here. Hey, I hope y'all find some use for that idea. It works great for me. The size of the shelf unit you can build is endless. Again, the depth, it doesn't matter. 1 inch, 4 feet, you know, whatever you need. 1 inch apart, 2x2 squares. It's just whatever you need, you can do. Nice little way to connect them and be able to take them apart later if you just screw them together. Add on to them if you leave it in the right spot. Make it taller, make it longer, whatever the case may be. I sure hope y'all find some use for it. I really do. I've got a lot going on in here in the shop here at the moment. Got a bunch of resin castings I'm working on and some turnings I want to do, and I hadn't been on the lathe in a while, and I'm missing that at the moment. Been real busy with work. So guys, again, thank you for watching, my friends. Please subscribe if you like the video. If you've made it this far especially, please hit the like. It's all greatly appreciated, and it sure helps. And thank you, my friends. A million thank yous. See you in a little bit. Bye now.